All right, everybody, I have a Brendan Schaub update for you.
Oh, boy.
An update on the career of everyone's favorite Neanderthal goof, Brendan Schaub. We talked about this on Friday, but now the announcement has officially been made. Theo Von, very funny comedian. Everybody seems to like Theo Von. He's very down-to-earth and likable. He is leaving the podcast that he does with Brendan Schaub.
Okay.
The King and the Sting. It's over with. I have an opinion. I have a theory, rather. Do you remember all the Brendan Schaub, Brian Callen, Bobby Lee, Kalila drama that we talked about a couple of months ago?
Yes.
Well, when that was happening, Theo Von, when he was not on with Brendan Schaub, was making a lot of jokes about it. He was on Bobby Lee's show. Bobby Lee was on his show. They made all kinds of jokes at Brendan's expense. Theo talked about how he thought the drama was all stupid and childish, which he's right. But what Theo doesn't realize is he's dealing with LA comics and LA podcasters. And these people have the mental maturity of an 8-year-old. And I, too, have the mental maturity of an 8-year-old, but mine's more in the, I like to watch people fall off their bikes. I don't like to get in the bike wrecks.
Sure.
You know?
Yep.
I don't like to get in the 8-year-old pissing match about whose toy it was or who was playing with it first.
Fair.
These podcasters and these comedians, they like to argue over toys. You know, who did what to whom, who started it, who did it first. It's just really vain, narcissistic, unimportant horseshit.
Okay.
But I'm a child as well, so I'm at this conflict where I find them being remarkably childish, but I'm also childish in the opposite way, whereas I love watching this stuff.
Okay.
So Theo Von has now decided that he's going to leave The King and the Sting, and I think it's called The King and the Sting and the Wing now, because I guess they put Chris D'Elia on there. I don't know how he's a wing, but whatever. Well, now Chris D'Elia doesn't show up on there very much because there's more accusations coming out against Chris D'Elia about contacting girls who might be of a particular age.
Boy.
Brendan's podcasting and comedy career has been falling off a fucking cliff lately because he released the Gringo Poppy, which was a bust. You had the Bobby Lee stuff, which he looked like a fucking dummy during. And now you've got his podcasts. He lost the Showtime gig that he had, which paid him a lot of money. His podcast numbers are going down. And now Theo Von, they call him the Rat King, and it's very convenient that they call him the Rat King because he's fleeing a sinking ship right now. He's leaving The King and the Sting. So Brendan's left with one fewer podcast, or maybe he'll keep this one going. I don't know. I don't know how many people are still going to listen to it now that Theo Von's gone, because he was kind of the charm and, quite frankly, the humor in the whole show.
Be suicide then.
Whoa. What, you saying Brendan?
No, I mean, it'd be career suicide. That's what
I thought you meant Brendan's going to.
Oh, no.
I was like, wow, I think he's still a ways away from that one.
No.
I mean, guy's still got a buck or two in his pocket and a couple of shows. But it is my opinion that Theo is getting the fuck away from Brendan Schaub. Now, a lot of people have theories about him starting a podcast with Bobby Lee. My opinion would be we don't need any more goddamn podcasts. We don't need any more LA comedian podcasts, especially. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think this is just Theo Von going, look, I'm from fucking Louisiana or South Carolina or wherever the fuck that accent comes from. We don't behave like this down there. I got to get away from these fucking LA sociopaths and start doing my own thing again, because the way he's a simple Southern gentleman. He doesn't want to deal with Bobby Lee bullshit and Brendan Schaub bullshit. And Brendan Schaub is becoming one of the biggest laughing stocks of the internet. So Theo goes, now's probably the time to get the fuck out. Okay. So he goes on and he announces this on his show. And they are really gay about it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, really over the top. It's I got to say, when I watched it last night, I went, Theo, you don't have to pretend this hard. I don't know if Theo's trying to get into movies and he's working on his acting or what the deal is, but this is like over the top, like, I'm going to miss you, bro. Theo, your career's going like this. You ain't going to miss shit. Brendan's going to miss you because his career's going like this, and you were the last likable guy that he was associated with. You think people are going to find Mark Harley charming? Get the fuck out of here. You think people are going to find Brian Callen to be likable all of a sudden? No. You got Brendan Schaub has nobody around him that's likable. He had Theo Von, and Theo decided. I think what Theo found out was, oh shit, I'm the only likable motherfucker out here. I think I might be worth more than the sum of these parts.
All right.
Yeah, and then I got some sad news. I'm going to be taking a step back from being on King and the Sting.
You're not. Wait. See, this is more of that soft language. No, you're not. You're leaving.
Step back.
I'm going to take a step back from being the. I remember when Michael Jordan won his 6th NBA championship, and he just decided he was going to step back from the Chicago Bulls.
Sure.
And by step back, I mean he's fucking leaving. He's retiring. He's done.
And I just want to thank you guys for just being a part of my life and letting this show be a part of your life. And
the reason I'm leaving the show is because, quite frankly, my chiropractor has told me I'm suffering severe shoulder and neck impingements from carrying Brendan Schaub's career. And it's also starting to wreak havoc on my knees. So I got to get out of here like a Louisiana slaw coon dog and see y'all later. Man, I got a sloppy Texas two-step betting that Brendan doesn't keep this show going for more than a year or two.
You know, grateful to you, Brendan, man. Appreciate it.
That was awkward.
Boom.
Brendan's over there just staring off into the distance like Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Theo's like, Brendan, man, I'm going to miss you. This awkward fist bump between the... Watch how Brendan just goes in for the quick fist bump and then stares off into space again.
Letting this show be a part of your life. And, you know, grateful to you, Brendan, man. Appreciate it.
Just look at how quick that was.
You can hear it.
Yeah. No problem. No problem, B. You know what? Actually, I'll give this to Brendan. He probably doesn't think it's all falling apart. He's like Hitler in the bunker. He's still commanding columns that don't exist, you know?
Yeah.
He's still, Steiner's column is going to come
Mentally,
and bail us out. And Brendan's probably thinking.
Denial.
He's so deep in denial, though, that he sees this. He's like, biggest mistake of your life, bro. We're just about to take off.
Yeah.
We got this, B. Don't give in to the haters, B.
And, you know, grateful to you, Brendan, man. Appreciate it. And
Brendan
yeah,
is not fucking happy about this. Brendan is not fucking happy with Theo for leaving. Do you think there were some difficult, do you think there were some shouting matches when they discussed this on the phone?
Well, I'm going to guess possibly.
You think that Brendan was like, it's a fucking meal ticket, you piece of shit. What are you doing? Sorry, man. I can't be involved with a crazy gumbo you got going on here, man.
So now it's just going to be the Sting?
Yeah, it's going to be the Sting.
Kingless Sting?
The Kingless Sting. You know what you could have? You could see if Steve Borden would join the show. Then it would be the Sting and the Sting.
Ooh.
There you go. Or you could see if the singer, the former frontman for the Police, you could have Sting with the Sting.
Yes. Do-do-do, da-da-da-da.
Yes. A Desert Rose. A lay.
today was a lot of fun and
The
Liar.
best, brother.
yeah, it was the best. Today was
the
awesome.
funniest guy I know.
Thanks, bro.
Didn't really seem like his heart was in that one, and Theo didn't exactly seem comfortable with that compliment.
Yeah.
Funniest guy I know. In between, like, mean mugging.
Did you just see how the air just gets sucked out of the room?
Let's analyze this. You know what? We give people shit for overanalyzing, like, animated body motions, but I am seeing Brendan Schaub make a lot of pursed faces.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this: when I'm pissed at someone, I might make a face like that. My neck muscles might tense up.
Yeah.
Theo's being extremely awkward right now. Brendan gave the fastest fist bump ever, and then gave the laziest compliment. You're the funniest guy I know.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, brother. That, you know what? I wish we could give them truth serum so we could get translation into what they really mean. I really fucking hate you for leaving this show. I really don't want to be here making this announcement.
Yeah, I'd like to see it like in Liar, Liar, like the movie.
Yeah. I like to see Brendan just say what he means, like, you're fucking this up for everyone.
I mean, your boobs are big.
I want to squeeze him. Yeah, Brendan's like, I think it's a fucking mistake you're making and you're killing me by leaving. And Theo's like, I got to get as far away from you as fucking possible.
And yeah, today was a lot of fun and
The best, brother.
Yeah, it was the best. Today was
The
awesome.
funniest guy I know.
Thanks, bro.
This does not seem
That's where
like this is ending on nice
like,
terms.
that's where the flip. As soon as he said that, then now it's the flip into the air has just left the room.
Usually like a goodbye on a show is like it's a celebration and you're like, hey man, I know you're
best
going
of luck
on.
to you.
Best of luck.
Bigger,
things.
better things. Yeah.
This is only 35 seconds in, and it's fucking awkward already.
I appreciate that, man.
Shit, we've been doing what, 4 years?
I don't know. Has it been that long?
Mm-hmm.
He's pissed.
Oh yeah, did you see that?
He's fucking mad. It's been what, 4 years?
You see the mouth movement?
These LA guys are always passive aggressive like that too. It's been what, 4 years? You fucking piece of shit.
That's what's going on in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 4 years, you traitorous cunt. What has it been, Brutus? I mean, Theo, 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Man.
awkward.
Yeah.
This is
The throat clearing.
again, like let's say back when you got when you had your health problems. Let's say you came back and you were like, dude, I can't perform. Like I just got too much going on. Like we would have had you on, there would have been drinks, there would have been food, we would have had a celebration with the audience. It would have been a great fucking time. And you've been on this show for 7 or 8 no, we've been on 8 years. So you've been about 8 years now.
It has been 8. Holy.
You've been on this show, and we would have this great celebration. You wouldn't see us going, hey guys, Oz is leaving the show. Yup. He's the funniest guy. He's the funniest guy I know.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. It's been what, 8 years? Yeah. You see how fucking awkward that is? Like, these guys have been doing a show. Again, if this was a mutual decision,
Yes.
and both Theo and Brendan wanted this, they would be celebrating. They would be having fun.
Just that look right there. Look
Right.
at that look of disappointment.
I'll tell you what's going on. Brendan doesn't want him to leave. Theo doesn't want to do this on the air. Theo just wants to be gone and do his own thing.
Yep.
So now they're having to do this weird forced goodbye thing that is just extremely awkward.
You just got to handle some shit, brother. You know, there's a bigger thing for you out there, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is exactly, man. I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's
My God.
I mean, have you seen anything more uncomfortable?
And by the way, Brendan's kind of being shitty because the reason Theo's doing this is because his career is taking off and he's one of the most in-demand comics in the country. He's like in that level that's below Louis and Burr right now. Like they're in the top tier and Theo's in that tier below them where he's, he can sell out casinos and everything like that.
Good for him.
But like Brendan goes, you just got to handle your shit. Like, are you trying to insinuate that Theo's having problems? Because he's saying handle your shit like you got big things coming, but he knows that other people know that handling your shit means you're having fucking problems. And that's not what Theo's saying. And Theo's trying to be humble by going, I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes. Shut up, Theo. You know that you're blowing up and you're just getting the fuck out of here while the getting's good. And again, just the awkwardness. Oof. And they got 1 minute and 5 seconds left.
Jeez.
sad, I feel sad about it.
Yeah.
You feel sad. I'm losing all my fucking money.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how much downsizing I've had to do in the last 18 months? Motherfucker, I'm going to have to sell my car and buy something for cash. I might have to buy a 2017.
Oh, boy.
I might have to downsize my house. God damn it, Theo, you motherfucker.
Just seeing the money disappear.
We're laying everybody off because you're gone.
But it's still an exciting show, and there's great people here, and
Okay.
and
Oh, no! He went to compliment the show and ran out of steam after like 2 seconds. It's still a great show. There's lots of good people here. Brain fart.
but it's still an exciting show, and there's great people here, and
It's like Biden.
and I think that's important, that they're
Oh shit! This is the second time I've watched this, and now watching it with you, I realize how painful this is.
Yeah, it's more
Because I'm
cringy.
like, this is like Oz leaving this show, and I know how we'd treat that. Like, very exciting. But Theo, I love how Theo's like, this is a great show, terrific show. There's great people on it. Right, you just had to get the fuck out. I always do that. I find great things with awesome people, and I just go, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, this would be equivalent of me like leaving and then trying to start my own podcast, which would be just it'd be the
Well, no, in Theo's case, it'd probably be better, though.
True.
That it's a great show still.
Yeah, I'd be
for
the
people-
opposite.
Grateful of Chris and Eric and everyone.
Yeah, and for people to
Brendan's like, I'm grateful for Chris and Eric. You know, the people who are sticking around, asshole. It's me. That's like me going, grateful for April and Johnny and Corey, you know, the ones who aren't turncoat pieces of shit. You know. There's a lot of lip smacking and seat adjusting going on, which is not indicative of a good time.
No.
enjoy, man. And yeah, I love you guys, and yeah, just thank you so much. There'll be some times where I'll pop back in, you know. But
Brendan's like, the fuck you will.
Yeah.
We're changing the locks when you leave, you piece of shit.
But I just don't want to kind of leave that in the lurch. I feel like I've left it there for a while, and it's probably made it uncomfortable as a listener, maybe, and just as and people working here too, you know.
Ooh. That means somebody's been thinking about leaving for a while. He's been getting some tweets from people that have noticed.
Yeah.
There's definitely been some discussions behind the scenes. There's probably been some fight. Look at how dejected and just pissy Brendan is during this whole thing. Oh boy, I have a question. Why did they make these two do this?
Yeah.
Clearly, neither of them wants to be there right now. Brendan's mad at Theo for leaving. Theo just wants to get the fuck out of there and go on with his awesome career. Brendan feels uncomfortable. Theo's clearly uncomfortable. Let's just move on, boys. We don't need to have this moment. You guys don't like each other anymore, clearly.
Wow.
And by the way, this is an LA thing, so one of these two is going to fucking talk eventually.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
This podcast drama is just like old radio drama. Eventually, someone's going to come out and say
6
what
months
was
from
going
now,
on.
something's going to, yeah.
Yeah,
This has
Not
been
to
this
be
has been eating me alive, so I'm just going to say this right now.
that is how it starts, too.
Yeah.
It's LA. They'll go, this has been bad for my mental health.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's been triggering for me, so I just have to say this about Theo. He's a piece of shit, and I hope he dies. And I've wanted him to die for a long time.
Yeah, I just held back.
That's right. He looks like he has lupus, and I really hope that's true. Oh, man.
Able to, you know, be sure of me. And so anyway, thank you guys, man. I love y'all, and I love you, bro.
Love you, brother. You know that.
Gang, gang,
All right,
baby.
guys. Buzz.
For old times, I should have done this in the middle of the show, but for old times, do we maybe want to all eat a hot chip?
I mean, I'm down.
I don't want that.
Okay.
Hey, guys, for old time's sake, you want to do the one chip challenge? No, actually,
chip, or what do they call
my Uber's here. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Beep, beep. Oh.
Yeah. Beep, beep, buzz, buzz, motherfucker. I got to get the fuck out of here. I got a meeting with Comedy Central and maybe a sitcom on NBC. So you guys, if you don't mind, suck my dick. I got an Uber outside. Wow. Those are two men who did not want to do that segment. That is a man who wanted to leave that show and whose career is passing everyone else in that room by. And he wants to be humble about it. And then you got another guy who is fucking pissed that this whole thing is getting ruined.
Wow.
Ooh, that was was that as uncomfortable as we thought it was? Was that? I mean, did you guys find that to be as wholly unpleasant?
I think some
As we
people are
did.
going to be.
Oh man,
I think people are going to have some things to say about it.
let's throw out some thank yous from some very generous people, and then let's go into the comment
Okay.
section on this
Sounds
one.
good.
Thank you to 50 and the 320 for becoming a member for 5 months. Quit begging, renewing his membership, saying, paying my bill now. Tell the collection agency to stop calling. M.A. Mahalik with $2 says, Scott Steiner's column is coming to save Hitler. No, different Steiner. I'm sorry. He was this one's a Nazi, whereas the other Scott Steiner was just accused of being one. Sage with $5 says, my parents got divorced after 10 years when my mom realized my father was actually a neo-Nazi. To be fair, there were a lot of red flags. It's actually a really good joke. I don't mind that one at all.
No.
And then we've got Patrick with $10 on PayPal. So Oz, why don't you throw Patrick a dad joke? Then we'll get into the comments section of the King and the Sting with Theo saying "peace the fuck out" in a very uncomfortable segment.
I don't know why these are gotten. There's like a section where
They're getting better.
They're getting
All right,
better.
go ahead.
A friend of mine fell into an upholstery machine, but it's okay. He's recovered.
I actually don't mind that one at all. Someone says, my favorite Theo Von joke. This is from Jeff Reed. He says, my favorite Theo Von joke. My favorite type of weed is cocaine. I like that one too. Principled Uncertainty says, Theo, it's all jokes. I spent an hour last night with my black nationalist friends. No shit. Life isn't serious. All right. I don't know what that had to do with Theo Von, but if Theo Von ever has black nationalist friends,
Now we know.
he'll know what to do. Thank you, buddy. Continuing on, Brendan. Yeah, Citizen Vulgar says Brendan looks so pissed. He does it. He's not hiding it well. Brendan does not have a good poker face.
No, he's definitely not Lady Gaga.
Scram says Brendan's views are so low on the fighter and the kid, he's finished. Look, I'll say this. I don't think he's finished. I think it's not like they've already let people walk. They're going to let more people walk. I think these podcasts have way too big of staffs. I mean, in order to be able to make a living on the internet, you just have to have like a couple thousand viewers that give you like $10 a month.
Sure.
That's it. That's all you need to serve. I mean, this show has survived and we have employees, for fuck's sake. So, I mean, it doesn't take a lot to keep it going. I think these LA podcasts, they get a bigger sense of who the fuck they are than they actually are. And they hire producers and they hire this staff. And I mean, you saw they had 3 people.
Advertisers, everything.
Yeah, they had 3 people in the background there.
themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, they have promotions people who go out and get advertisements for them.
Yeah.
Like, you don't
Some of
need
them even have cameramen, which makes zero sense.
Yeah, you don't need to make it so complicated. Continuing on here, Citizen Vulgar says, if you thought you had Scott Steiner still on your side, you'd be confident too. You guys are really confusing the German Nazi general with the wrestler, and I think that's troubling for both of them. Jeff Reed says, I'm no doctor, but that guy looks pissed. Gravy Show says, Theo is the only LA comic I don't want to toss off a building like the CEO of Bed Bath & Beyond. You put it beautifully. That was very poetic, and I agree with you. Citizen Vulgar says, Principled Uncertainty says, what are the mods doing? I should have been banned for retardation hours ago. Not complaining, but I don't know. They're very forgiving. Great Nate says, the king and the sting and the cold shoulder. Am I right?
Yeah, there you go.
Right. It really was. Funniest guy I know. Thanks, man. I was like if Eeyore spoke to Eeyore the entire segment.
That's great.
That's thanks, Pooh. Well, I hear you're leaving, Eeyore. That's very sad. Yeah, Pooh. They both know the show's dead after he's gone. Well, I don't think Brendan will allow himself to admit that, so he's going to keep grinding away and making this show. Those 2 guys in the booth should be fucking terrified because they're going to be the first budget cut.
First cut, yeah.
Yeah. Citizen Vulgar says, Theo's smirk says it all. Yeah. Even rats know to abandon a sinking ship, just saying. Yeah, that's kind of how I said it. That's kind of how I felt about the whole deal. Yeah. Wydat says, when is Corey making that speech? Corey would never make that speech. We said if Oz left, it would be in our nature to have drinks and food, and it would be fun. If Corey left, I'm pretty sure there would just be an episode of TikTok talking about what a fucking asshole I am. I don't think Corey's a stand-up comedian. Corey would blow it up. And then I would lean into it and I'd go, oh, fuck, I guess this is what we're doing. And then I'd go after him. Like, that would be every time I've had to deal with comedians, it's been a messy breakup. I've always found them very difficult to deal with. But like Oz, except Johnny. Like, Johnny would be a guy who I'd be like, I'm sorry, Johnny. It's just the goals aren't being hit. We could drop, let's say advertisers are going away, blah, blah, blah. I can't afford to keep you anymore. Johnny is like, he'd be the worst. He'd be like, I'll do it for free, man. I'll just come in to help you. I'm like, no, I can't let you work for free. Don't work for free, buddy. No. I'd absolutely do it just to plug my gigs and shit. He'd end up working here for free. Is what he'd end up doing.
Dedicated, that's for sure.
So I guess in that case, he's overpaid. No, I'm just kidding. Aaron said you were overpaid today. Hulkamash Baby says, you were my brother, Theo. You were supposed to lead Thick Boy into fame, not lead it into darkness. Oh, man. That was an uncomfortable 2 minutes. Citizen Vulgar saying that was painful. Scram Inc. says this is not good. SC Motorsports pointing out Brendan will not look at Theo during this entire thing. Theo, they're already dead. Stop. Yeah, I know. Theo's just sitting there sucking their dick like, oh, yeah, they're really great. They're awesome. They're wonderful. It's like, Theo, your fucking ride is here, dude. You can leave now. Principal Uncertainty says, am I the only guy suspicious of Theo? Anyone who projects such a wholesome image either has a hard drive full of CP or a wife locked in the basement.
Jeez.
I do. Look, if he was from L.A., yeah, I would be really skeptical of Theo. But I think he's just a down-home country boy.
There you go.
I really do. I don't think he's hiding anything. If he is, you guys can be the first ones to go, hey, I told you so. But I don't think so.